Welcome to Keep Moving with Emily and Angus today. I'm so glad you are joining me for another class. Today's class can be done seated or standing. So make sure you've got your chair, grab a tennis ball. We're going to be doing some of that hand-eye coordination. Grab your weights. Today's exercise class is going to be a strength and cardio AMRAP. So that means as many rounds as possible. So, which is a really cool way of doing things because, you know, every day with MS it looks different. So some days we might be able to get more reps in, other times it might be less. And so AMRAPs are just a really great way for you to be able to adjust according to how you're feeling today. So pretty awesome. So if you're ready, we're going to get warmed up. We'll do a nice little dynamic warm up first, and then we'll grab the ball. So just have it handy. All right. So I'm glad that you are joining me. I'm going to take my coat off. Hey, I'm wearing my orange in honor of MS Awareness Week. Really, it's always MS Awareness Day for those of us living with MS. We live with this every day, but I think it's important for us to, raise some awareness, let people know what MS is. And so wearing orange is a great way to do that. So I'm going to take my coat off. The song is ended. We're moving into our warm-up. All right, here we go. Like I said, you can do this warm-up seated or standing. I'm going to start seated. So let's just take a big breath in, reaching those hands up to the sky. Reach and lengthen, and exhale. Good. Big breath in. And then really breathe it out. Good. If you want, you can even kind of fold yourself in half. And then sit nice and tall. Good. Breathing out. Nice. Sometimes it just feels good, you know? Get some stress out. Nice. One more big breath in. And then I let those hands fall in front. Good. Open up the arms nice and wide. We'll just do a little bit of nice breathing. So big breath in and exhale, circle. Inhale. And exhale. Good. Big breath in. Opening up that chest, squeezing those shoulder blades. Exhale here. Good. One more. Good. Big breath in. Let's do some nice little arm circles. Maybe we can add in a knee. If you're standing, you can do a nice little march. Tiny little circles forward. You got it. And reverse. Good. Nice. Warming up those shoulders. 3, 2. Can we rotate the wrists up to the sky and down to the ground? Speed it up when you're ready. Good. And then we're going to come forward. Feeling those arms really warm up. Good. Couple more. Again, if you want to add in a leg extension, go for it. Good. Couple more. And shake it out. Let's just do a nice little spinal twist. Maybe we reach across the body. We can always push across the body, a little bit of Tai Chi. Anything to kind of warm up the spine. I'm shifting my weight from one side to the other. Good. The idea of these warm-ups is just to get the blood pumping, warm up our muscles. Good. Push. Good. One more. And then take a big circle around and push. We're kind of doing like a little sped up version of that Tai Chi we've done in the past. You need to go circle on the other way. Big circle. Nice. Push and push. Big circle. Oh, nice. We're going to do one more circle to the other side. Boom. Perfect. Now we're just going to kind of inhale those arms up and then exhale nice and wide. Push like you're trying to press the wall and the floor away. Big breath in, other side. Reach. And reach. Oh, it feels good whether you're doing this in the morning or later in the day. Waking up that body. Good, and push. Nice. All right, we're going to kind of do a little bit of dynamic stretching, but I want you to kind of pump that ankle, point and flex the toe, pulling that knee up towards our chest. If you're doing this standing, it just is more challenging for your balance, but as long as you're safe and doing it, that's cool. Maybe a couple ankle rotations. Release, other side, pull it up. You can do ankle rotations and then point and flex that toe. We want to warm up the front and back side of our legs. Super important, especially with like walking. Like this movement helps pick up our toes so we don't trip when we're walking. But for some of us, that might be more difficult. So move however you are able. Let's do one more knee hug on the other side. Big pull, big breath in, and exhale, release. Other side. And exhale and release. Good. Let's get some of those little hamstring scoops. We'll go 5 on the right and 5 on the left. So my foot's extended out. I'm reaching down towards that toe and then big circle. Give me 2, 3, 4, 5. Other side. Extend the other foot out. Reach. Feeling a nice stretch in the back of that leg as you scoop those hands towards that heel. A big circle. Can you give me 2 more? Here's 1. And 2. Nice. All right. We're just going to kind of march it out real quick. I'm going to put up what we're going to be doing with that hand-eye coordination. Grab that ball. We're going to keep moving. Here we go. Thanks for joining me. So glad you're here. All right. These are our typical hand-eye coordination things we do often. So the cool thing about when we do repetitive things, like if you're like, oh, I've done this before. If we're more familiar with what we're doing, we can actually have a more enhanced workout because we're like, okay, I know what I'm doing, so I'm going to really focus. So I'm going to challenge myself and maybe try closing my eyes or speeding it up. So though it may feel a little repetitive, it's okay. It's good. It's good for our brain. It's called neuroplasticity. We do a lot of reps, and what that does is it just really connects those signals to the rest of our body. So very important. Grab that tennis ball. Sit up nice and tall. I want you to roll those shoulders down and back. Core is nice and tight. Exchange in the front. And then open. Good. We're exchanging in the front. Again, if you want to challenge yourself, close those eyes. Really hang on tight to that ball. We're working our dexterity. We're working our hand-eye coordination. Proprioception. Where am I in space? And we're warming up those arms. Getting that blood pumping a little bit more. 1 more. Rotate wrists up to the sky, up and over that head. Good. Try not to drop that ball. Really got to focus. Breathe. Good. Feel those shoulders warming up. Core still stays nice and tight. Good. 3, 2, and 1. Let's reach it behind the back. I think this one always feels so good because I'm like, opening up the chest, squeezing those shoulders. Nice little stretch. Good. Almost dropped it. Go the other way. Opposite direction. If you were going clockwise, now go counterclockwise. Yep. Good. Sometimes if we're unable to like reach all the way back behind you can always just open up those arms nice and wide and then exchange too. So keep that in mind. Trying to make it accessible for all levels of ability. All right. We're going to go underneath the legs. So get those feet a little bit further out in front. We're going to bend in half, bring the ball underneath those legs, sit up nice and tall. We're using that core, squeezing the glutes as we stand up nice and tall. If it makes you dizzy, you can always just keep your eyes forward. It may strain your neck just a little bit. So kind of look forward, not at the toes, tucking the chin, but take a foot or so ahead. Good. Couple more. 3, 2, and 1. We're going to warm up that core, really work that hand-eye coordination, figure 8s. So we're not following obviously the thing up on the screen because it's different. So we're going figure 8. Under and over. The wider the legs, the further you're going to have to reach. Use those obliques to get you up and over. So we're going under, over, under, over. You feel it in your core. You should. Nice little stretch. Plus we're kind of getting maybe like a stretch in that inner thigh. Shifting our weight from right to left. 3, 2, and 1. Nice. Let's go some pancakes. Maybe we're marching those knees in place. Maybe you're standing and you're marching. We're exchanging right to left. Good. See if you can keep your eyes forward. Can you look at the screen and exchange and not drop it? Give it a try. Right hand only. Maybe challenge yourself. How high or how far out wide Can I go from one side to the other, or just tiny little tosses? Breaking up that right side or left side, whichever side you started. Switch hands. I am not left-handed, so this left side is a little bit more tricky. Good. 3, 2, woo, and 1. Nice. All right, we're gonna go wood chop presses. Grab that ball, reach it out to the sky, nice little twist to the hip, up, twist to the hip. All right. Today is day 16. If you've been following me for 1,000 reps for MS, a fun little challenge I've done throughout the month of March, today is day 16, which means we are going to be passing the 500 mark. So we're gonna get our reps in today. Good. Whether that's a sit to stand, my friend Ann does sit-ups, you do what feels good to you, but we're gonna get those reps in just a moment. One more little thing to kind of get that heart rate up. Grab that ball. We're going sky to ground, reaches. It's like a cherry picker, but with this ball. Now bending over makes you dizzy. You can always reach it forward real far and reach. So you're not bringing that head down. Good. If you haven't started the 1,000 reps for MS challenge, it's never too late. You can start today. Typically what we do is we do about 33 reps of whatever exercise. You do that for a full month and you'll start seeing your endurance increase. And it's just a fun way to get moving and have something to work towards. So, plus it's gonna be pretty cool when you say, you know what, I did 1,000 reps of whatever exercise. So cool. So I'm gonna take this off the screen. We're gonna get our first set of those 33 reps in. Let's go. Here we go, here we go. All right. So join me for those sit to stands. You can do a leg extension. You can count 1, 1 or 1, 2, 3, 4. We're going for 11 right now. We're gonna do 3 sets of 11 throughout this workout. Break it up, make it happen. Are you ready? Let's go. We're going for 11. 10. Go at your own pace. Good. Good. 4, 3. Wherever you're at, keep moving. Once you hit that 11, grab some water, shake it out. 1 round down, we got 3 more to go. I'm gonna put the workout up on the screen. We're gonna start off with a little bit of an aerobic exercise, and we'll get started. Here we go. I think we're gonna go for a little bit more exciting music real quick. All right. So, I mentioned this earlier, AMRAP. AMRAP stands for as many rounds as possible. So, you've got 4 exercises, cardio exercises up on the screen. You're gonna knock out 10 crossover punches, 10 cherry pickers, 10 hacky sack jacks, and 10 kind of like a ride row heel tap. You can cross over. You can tap wide, a nice little hacky sack or a wide row heel tap, and then you're gonna repeat that. You're gonna put those 4 moves on, repeat, 10 reps each for 3 minutes. See how many rounds you can get. Maybe it's only 1, maybe it's 2, maybe it's 3. We're gonna come back to this, and I wanna see if you can match it or beat it later. So, just a fun challenge. The nice thing is there's no failure. You win either way because you're moving your body. So, these are our moves. I'm gonna turn on my 3-minute timer and we're gonna get moving. Again, those crossover punches, you can do these standing, boom, like this. That cherry picker can be a sit to stand, or you're here. And then that hacky sack jack. Seated, more modified option, you just kind of tap the inside of that foot. And then that wide row is a nice little wide push-up. So just a fun way to get yourself moving and grooving. Turning my timer on, 3 minutes. It's gonna go by fast. All right, we're gonna get started in 10 seconds. Are you ready? Again, go at your own pace. So you can follow me. You can go faster than me, you can go slower than me. You can do it seated, you can do it standing. It's up to you. You ready? Let's go. Crossover punches. 3, 4, 5, Good, and then you're gonna go 10 cherry pickers. Once you hit those 10, then you're going into those hacky sack jacks. I love this move. Working the core. And then those 10 wide row heel taps. Really pull those elbows back. You can kind of shift your weight from one side to the other. Once you hit 10, then you're going on to round number 2, crossover punches. And then cherry pickers. Good. The idea is to get our heart rate up there. Once you figure it out, see if you can speed it up. Good, and then those hacky sack jacks. Again, that's seated option. We just twist down, lower bodies. That's not in that's not in our wheelhouse. Good. And then those wide row. A nice little challenge. Maybe we cross over. Ooh, fancy feet here. Good. And then that standing option. Good. Cherry pickers can be a nice little baby squat if we're standing. Keep working. About a minute to go. Good. This one's going to challenge your balance if you're standing. Good. Keep it up. Or you can cross over. That's a little bit more challenging. Good, let's go. 45 seconds. Let's go. Maybe you're doing these sit-to-stands again. Woo! This one doesn't count towards our reps. Maybe it does. Good. Let's go. Can you speed it up a little bit? 25 seconds. Keep moving. Woo. Last 10. Woo. We're almost finished. 3, 2, and 1. Nice. All right. If you remembered, if you're keeping track, you might have done 4. Write it down. Either way, we just moved for 3 minutes straight for that cardio piece. We're gonna do this again later on, all right? So, grab those weights. We're gonna move into our strength portion, and you're gonna kind of see what's about to happen. So here we go. All right. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 moves. We're going to do a minute of each of these because we're going to see these later when we do an AMRAP style. So we're just going to kind of give our body practice on what we're doing. So those are these sit-to-stands. We're going to end up doing more than what we normally do, but that is okay. It's a good move. So it's either a leg extension for that seated option. You can always use something else. Even if we use those hands to pull those knees up, totally fine. Lower body, or you're doing a sit-to-stand for a minute with me. The next one is going to be a curl to a press. You can use 2 weights or 1. We're going to go bicep curl to a shoulder press. The next move is a nice little hinge to a reverse fly. So you're going to bend yourself in half. Hands are down by my ankles. Open up nice and wide. And then sit up nice and tall. So a hinge, reverse fly. Chest V-up. This is a new one and I'm loving it. We want to work that chest, but arms are going to be out wide. We're going to come up and squeeze in the chest and back down. Up and squeeze, so we're squeezing in the chest and then open up nice and wide, okay? Then L raise, working that brain. Opposite arm comes forward, one comes to the side. And then that lat, rainbow lat pull. So circle up, pull elbows down and back, press and around. So those are our 6 moves that we'll be doing. These can be done standing as well. For that hinge, you're just gonna hinge over reverse fly, and then stand. Each time we're gonna hinge, fly, up and squeeze. Follow along with me. We got a minute of each of these. Let's do this. Turn on that fan if you need it. Grab some water real quick if you need it. And we are about to get moving and grooving. So we got 60 seconds of work with about 10 seconds of words sometimes are hard to find. We'll go 60 seconds and then transition in about 10 seconds. We're gonna move pretty good through these, but if you need to take a break at any time, that's totally fine. Got about 6 minutes of strength. Here we go. You got it, you got it. 15 seconds. We will get started. Turn on my fan because it's gonna get warm. Sit to stand or leg extensions for 1 minute in 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. So you're either doing that nice little leg extension here, squeeze in that quad, stand nice and tall. Good, or you're doing that sit to stand. Good. You can add in a nice little arm raise if you want. Good. I think the thing that I love about sit to stands, or even leg extensions, we're working all those major muscle groups in our legs. Super important. These help us to kind of maintain independence of, whether that's trying to stand, just moving around. We got to keep them moving. Yep. Good. Keep it up, keep it up. We got 20 seconds to go. Keep moving. That leg extension seated here. Maybe we use a band if that's helpful. Maybe just a nice little leg lift is all we can do. Find what works. If you've got a workout buddy and they can help assist you, that's also great too. 5, 4, 3, grab those weights and rest. Nice. Grab those weights. We're going into a curl and a press. So you can either use one weight or two. You can do this standing or seated. Ready? Let's go. We're going to curl it up and press. So you can do a hammer curl, which face each other. Exhale as we press it up. We need the most energy to push that weight up. If weights get too heavy, you can always drop them and still do the movement. Think about what muscles am I working? I'm working that bicep and those shoulders. Keep that core nice and tight. I always say if you can do a workout standing, go for it. Standing is a great exercise. It's good for our muscles. It's good for our cardio. I have friends who use standing frames, so if you use a wheelchair, you can always try doing this in a standing frame too. It's kind of cool. Nice. Keep it up. Again, if you need to drop it to one weight, go for it. Or if you need to go singles, go for it. 3, 4, 2, and 1. Nice. We're moving into that hinge for a reverse fly. So you can use weights or no weights. I want you to hinge over, open up nice and wide, sit up nice and tall. Good. Hinge, open, and then sit up nice and tall. Keep going. Standing option. Are you hinging? Open, up and squeeze. I really want you to keep that back flat. So this one's going to be more challenging. It's like you're doing a deadlift. Back is flat. Open those arms and then up and squeeze using those glutes, not our lower back. Good. So we're really working that, we call it the posterior chain. That is our back side. Those are all of our postural muscles. We're hunched over all day. We really want to strengthen these muscles to keep our shoulders back. Yeah. Nice. There is a method to this madness. There's purpose in everything we do. Then we can make it fun. So it doesn't only feel like, exercise. Last one. Sit up nice and tall. Rest. All right, we're moving on to that V up. So arms stay wide, shoulders down and back, and we're gonna squeeze up and down. Try it with weight. If it gets too heavy, drop it. Ready? Let's go. Exhale as it comes up and down. So I'm almost drawing a V, or an upside down V, I guess. You feel it in that chest? Good. Again, that standing option. Have a little bit wider stance maybe. Waves start down, and then they come up, kind of towards my eyes. Good. Just a fun new way to work the chest. I just try to come up with fun, different ways if I can. Sometimes things are just, to work your biceps, you just gotta do bicep curls. This is fun. Good. And then as those weights come down, you can kind of open up that chest, nice little stretch. Up and squeeze, good. We got 15 seconds. And then we're going into that L raise. That one might be a little bit trickier with weights. It gets pretty heavy. So you drop those weights, go to lower weights. Up to you. We're gonna work that brain. 3, 2, 1. Nice. I'm gonna drop these weights. I'm gonna grab lighter ones. You can do what feels good to you. 5 seconds, we'll get started. Again, one arm comes out to the side, one arm comes up, hold for a second, and then lower. This one is really challenging for the brain because you're like, wait, one has to come forward, one has to come side. Sometimes our brain sees it, but then it doesn't process it. So if that's too hard, you can always go both forward and then both out to the side. But give it a try. Can you hold for a couple seconds? And lower, hold. Keep that core nice and tight. Exhale. And more than halfway done with this move. Then we're going into rainbow lat pulls. After this, work the backside some more. Work those shoulders. So good. One fun way to add in a little bit of something. Maybe we tap that foot out to the side, whatever arm comes out to the side. Standing option, right here. Or you can go a leg raise. So many fun different ways to enhance these exercises if that feels good to you, or you just keep it simple. 3, 2, and 1. Nice. All right, last one, we're going into that rainbow lat pull. So circle those arms up, pull the elbows down and back, and press all the way around. So we're really working range of motion. If this is too much, you can always just stick with like a lat pull. If you've got a TheraBand, elbows come up and pull those elbows down and back, up and down and back. Good. Or you're going that full circle, big circle, and pull down. Nice. Check in with your core. Core is tight, sitting up nice and tall. Feet are grounded. Yeah. Nice. 20 seconds to go. Then we're going into round number 2 for those sets of 33 reps. Well, it's really 11 reps, but you know what I mean. Nice. Woo! Holy shoulders. 5, 4, if it's too much, 3, 2, 1. Shake it out. Awesome work. Are you ready for that round number 2 of our sit-to-stands or sit-ups or whatever exercise you've chosen? I think so. I'm gonna take this off the screen and we're gonna get moving. You ready? We're going for 11. Let's go. Seven, 8, 9, 10, and 11. Nice. All right. Woo! Finish up those reps. We are moving on to our strength AMRAP number 1. Let's do this. Okay. So we've already seen these. Similar style of that AMRAP. So 3 minutes is going to come up on the clock. We've got 3 exercises. We're going to do sit to stands, 5 of them, or leg extensions. But you're doing 10 if you're doing leg extensions. So up to the right, up to the left. Total 10, 5 on each leg. 10 curl to press, 10 chest V-ups. Put that on repeat for 3 minutes. Go at your own pace. We'll do this once. We'll go into cardio and then do the other half. All right? You got it. So we've got about 9 minutes of work left. All right. Let's go, let's go. 3 minutes of work, 10 seconds, we will get started. 5 sit to stands or those 10 leg extensions and begin. So you're going at your own pace. Once you hit 5 or 10, you're moving on to those curl presses. 10 of them. Nice. Grab that weight. Maybe we go single weight. Go for 10. 2. Once you hit 10, you're moving on to that chest V-up. Good. And then once you're done with that chest V-up, you're back to those sit to stand. So see how many rounds you can get. Maybe you only get 1. Maybe you get 3. Good. Exhale as that weight comes up. Again, if this gets too heavy, drop it. Good. With this chest V-up, I don't want you to use that momentum to like swing the weights up. I really want you to pause and then come up and squeeze to really have to engage those chest muscles. Nice. Once you're done with those chest V-ups, you're going back to that sit to stand or leg extensions. You're going for 10. Nice. Good. And then you go into that curl press. 1 weight, 2 weights, no weights. Up to you. We're going for 10. We're more than halfway done with our time. We've got about a little over a minute to go. Good. Good. This one's a little bit longer with these 10 reps. It's good. Lots of reps. We're really firing that brain, being like, hey, body, let's move. Good. And then those chest V-ups again. If the weights get too heavy, you can do the move. No weight, that is okay. Good. You do the standing too. Maybe you do one option standing and then maybe the next one you do it seated. Give it a try, challenge yourself in a safe way. Good, 30 seconds to go. Squeeze in that chest. Nice. Nice. Woo. Shoulders are on fire. I don't know about you. Here we go. We got 10 seconds to go. Keep moving. Maybe you're doing those leg extensions for 10. I'll join you. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Very nice. All right, you've moved your body. We're going on to some cardio. Are you ready? We're gonna do that another 3-minute. We're coming back to these cardio moves. We've done them before. See if you can match it. See if you can beat it. If you don't remember, that's okay. We're gonna move for 3 minutes. Let's do this. 10 seconds, we will get started. Again, you're going 10 crossover punches, 10 cherry pickers, 10 hacky sack jacks, and 10 wide row heel taps. In 3, 2, 1, let's go. Can you speed it up? Good. And that cherry picker, you can always reach forward if it makes you dizzy. And then hacky sack jacks. I'm thankful this is up on the screen. I don't know about you, but sometimes my brain doesn't process things very well. So if it's not written, I sometimes will forget. So even if it's written up on the screen, that's super helpful. Let's go. Where are you? We got about 2 minutes to go. I'm on round number 2. Let's go. Keep moving. If this is a lot for you, you can just like march it out. As long as you keep moving, listen to your body, rest if you need to. Nice. Keep it up, keep it up. Let's do some standing ones. Works your core. Nice. And I like this one, I feel like I'm dancing. Keep it up. All right, we're almost there. We got a minute to go. Working my brain today. What move are we on? You keep going wherever you're at. Keep it up, keep it up. Again, that seated option. Maybe getting those legs up doesn't work. You twist and stand nice and tall. Core's got to stay tight to protect that lower back. Good, but I still want you to touch the inside of that foot. Nice. Come on, we got 40 seconds. Then we got one more set of strength AMRAP, and we are calling it a day. Nice, let's go. Keep it up, keep it up. I'm gonna have to watch this back later because I honestly don't know how many rounds I've been on. 3, 2, 1. But guess what? We moved for 3 minutes. Well done. All right. We got one more set of 3 minutes of work. We're calling it a day. Grab those weights. Again, if the weights are too much, you can always drop them. Totally fine. Stretch out those shoulders. We got some lat pulls. We got some hinges. We got some L raises, I think. Here we go. Keep up the good work. Whoever's joining me. Awesome, awesome. You ready? Last 3 minutes. Last 3 minutes. Here we go. I'm gonna turn on my timer. This time we're doing 6 reps of each. I know the reps are a little the last strength one. So we're going 6 hinge to reverse fly. Remember, every time we're gonna hinge forward, reverse fly, sit up nice and tall, that's 1. We're going for 6. Rainbow lat pulls, 6, and then 1, 2, 6 of those L raises. Add that side tap if you want. 3 minutes of work and we'll call it a day. Are you ready? Find those weights. I'm gonna drop it to a little bit lower weight for me. 3, 2, at your own pace, let's go. Hinge, back stays flat, open up those arms nice and wide, sit nice and tall. Good. Nice, slow and controlled move here. Bringing that chest towards those thighs, sit nice and tall. Once you hit 6, you're going on to that rainbow lat pull. I got one more. Good. You get to go at our own pace here. You're welcome to follow along with me or slow it down. Good, lat pulls. Good. Once you hit those 6, L raises. 6. All right, and then if you want to add that tap, you can. Try not to bring those arms any higher than parallel to the ground because I don't want your arms flying up here. It's bad for your shoulders, so. Good. Once you hit 6, back to that hinge with a reverse fly. Just keep going, standing option. Again, we hinge, back stays flat. Open, up and squeeze. 1. Straight from the front. Squeeze. In those glutes. Before you stand up, I want you to squeeze those glutes, engage, and stand. That'll tell your body, hey, these are the muscles I want to work. Good. Once you do those 6, we're going into that rainbow lat pull. You can do weights, no weights. Good for that range of motion in those shoulders. Feels good. It's almost like a stretch in a way. Of course, stays tight. We got 1 minute left. You got it. Good. That standing option for that L raise. Maybe we just stand. Maybe we add a nice little leg raise or tap. So many different options. Good. And back to that hinge. Sometimes it's helpful to have something to kind of tap the ankles, open up the arms nice and wide, tap the ankles again, sit up nice and tall. You can have a slight bend in those elbows too if you're doing that reverse fly. Whatever feels good. You got 20 seconds and we're stretching it out. Oh wait, no. Maybe we have one more set of our 33 reps. 11 reps. We can't miss out on that. We got to get them in. We're already past halfway, more than 500. Nice. Rainbow lap pulls in 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Awesome job. Ooh, end of the song. I always love that when it happens. All right. We got one more set of 11. We're going to call it a day after this. Stretch it out. You ready? Here we go. Let's go. We've got 11. Knock them out. Whatever reps, whatever exercise you're doing. Let's go. 1, 2, 3. I'm on 6. Come on. Almost done. Ooh. If you're doing these sets of stands, we have done a lot today. 11. Finish out. Boom. High fives to the screen. We are past 500 reps if you were with me on this 1,000 reps challenge. Either way, we did a lot of reps today. We worked our strength. We worked our cardio. We're going to stretch it out, and we're going to call it a day. I know I've said that like 5 times, but it's true. We really will calm it down. Thank you for joining me today. I hope that you feel good. You feel empowered today, knowing that you've moved your body. So I just want you to take a big breath in as we inhale. Think of all the ways your body moved for you today. We're going to have an attitude of gratitude today. Thank you, body, for moving. Exhale it out. A little bit of mindfulness here. Inhaling, thinking of the ways that our arms have been strong today and moved. Breathe it out. Good. Maybe you tried a different move today. Maybe you challenged yourself. I want you to breathe in, really feeling proud of yourself. We're celebrating this victory of moving our body for more than 30 minutes. Exhale it out. Let's roll those shoulders back a couple times. Slowing our breath down. Good. Open up those arms nice and wide and bring one arm across the chest. Hugging that arm to your chest, rotate the wrist. I think so often when it comes to living with a chronic illness like MS, I think sometimes for me, I've just been like, man, MS has taken so much away from me, which is true, and it sucks. But sometimes it's important to just kind of flip the script and be like, what can I still do? You know, it's pretty cool. Other arm comes across the chest and rotate. Like, sure, exercising has to look a little bit different these days, but I can still move my body, and I'm super thankful for that. So I'm going to celebrate that. So let that be your mindset today. Good. Inhale, arms up to the sky. Exhale, open up your chest. Deep breath in. Exhale, round the shoulders. Making kind of like a C. Oh, feels so good in those shoulder blades. It's like I'm opening up that back a little bit. Nice stretch. One more time with that. Cobra, open up nice and big. Exhale, come back to neutral. A nice little spinal twist here. Really focusing on your breath. Big breath in. Exhale to the other side. Nice. Big breath in and exhale into the middle. We'll stretch out our legs real quick. Grab underneath that knee, hug that knee up towards your chest. Rotate in that ankle. Big breath in. And as we exhale, extend the foot all the way out, hinging forward, reaching for that leg. Nice little hamstring stretch here. Good. And sit up nice and tall. The knee comes up, hug. Feeling all some maybe pops. Feels good. That hip flexor. Rotating the ankle. Big breath in. Exhale, extend that foot out. Hinging forward, reaching. Perfect. Sit up nice and tall. One more big breath in. And exhale it out. If you need to stretch anything else, take that time, but I'm super proud of you. Thanks so much for joining me for this fun Keep Moving with Emily workout. Hope to see you back next time, and make it a great day. Celebrate. You crushed it today. Awesome job. Bye.